I'm glad to see you're using your free time productively. I'm sure you'll want to rest, but we should discuss our next move as soon as possible. Looks like you're finding your way around, maybe making some new friends.
I was planning on getting some rest, but...
Things are moving at a frantic pace. For all we know, I'll be landing a jet on the roof with Mr. Stark this afternoon. Not quite like it was in the good old days.
I remember many sleepless nights and blood-soaked days. Always on the hunt.
I'll give you that. But there were times back then I wouldn't trade for anything. With both you and...
Agatha. Where is Agatha?
I am sorry. I should have had this talk with you much sooner. But you should know... Agatha... She's no longer with us.
What? That is impossible. She was so...
Fierce, indomitable, or maybe just kind to a fault.
Agatha's power... How could she be... gone?
She put her trust in the wrong person. Agatha died in an accident caused by her protege, Wanda Maximoff, the Scarlet Witch. The Midnight Sun's latest recruit, a powerful spellcaster in her own right. Perhaps the most powerful Agatha and I had ever seen. Wanda's abilities were growing. Too quickly for my liking. Agatha was determined to help her control them. I tried to caution her, but she would not listen. There was an incident. An accident, I'm sure, but...
Agatha was killed.
Yes, incinerated in an instant. Not even ash to remember her by. The others were heartbroken, as was I. But I also saw the danger, the threat, if Wanda's powers were left unchecked. So I did what needed to be done. I sent Wanda away, to the Sanctum Sanctorum, to study under Dr. Strange. I know the others still harbor a great deal of resentment towards me for it.
Wanda's powers were so out of control they cost a life. Your decision may have saved lives, if not the entire Abbey.
I like to believe that, especially given her current situation. Wanda, Agatha, it seems we have lost them both now. I conjured a small shrine to Agatha's memory on the grounds, hoping to find some solace, a way to move forward. You should pay your respects. Maybe you'll find what I couldn't. Good night, Hunter.
Agatha!
You always did have the most remarkable eyes, Hunter. Just like your mother's. Maybe that's why you're the first.
The first?
To commune with the spirits, of course.
Is this a trick of some kind? Because I am not amused.
No, it's no trick, dear. You're just the first to see me. By now you've heard I had a bit of trouble with my corporeal body. I actually find it quite liberating.
You are dead.
Always straight to the heart of things. That's my Hunter.
You seem strangely at ease about this whole thing.
After 1,000 years of living, you learn to take things in stride. Even death.
And what have you been doing all this time?
Meet me by the cave just over there. You know the one.
The Bloodgate? Caretaker always told me to stay away from that place.
I think we can safely lift the veil on a few more of our secrets. What's the worst that can happen?
What's the worst that can happen?
This ominous-looking portal is known as a blood gate, and you're the only one among us who can pass through it.
Bloodgate? Caretaker's handiwork?
Yes, Sarah got a little overprotective after the accident with Wanda. It's become something of a habit for her.
I have noticed that.
What lies beyond is meant for you, as much as it ever was for her. Assuming you're up to the challenge, that is.
You know I am.
I do. But it's always polite to ask.
Ominous indeed.
Hello. The portal awaits. There was a time when the blood stood within these celestial halls to prove their worth. This particular arena belongs to a goddess who often favored Sarah, Ashtur.
Sarah, Caretaker, was here?
Nothing ever comes easy, dear. The Elder Gods felt their descendants needed to earn their blessings, which is why they created these trials to begin with.
Trials? I should have known.
This entire realm exists for that purpose. Trial by combat, with no chance of outside interference.
And this is my challenge.
Yes, but I may have found a loophole they never considered. Why don't you try summoning your four-legged friend?
Charlie?
The old gods are responsible for a great many creations, including your faithful companion.
I think even they tend to forget that. Good luck, dear. As the goddess of balance and order, Ashtor was sometimes called the giver of justice. You can expect a fair fight, or at least her idea of one.
A fair fight, sure. Hmm. Testing. Testing. None of them have enough health.
Cannot possibly match your strength. Now that was something. You were too weak for this fight. Your mother abandoned you. I saw a move like that once, centuries ago. Some for the rest of us.
To our girl, these hellhounds are nothing but mindless beasts. Don't hesitate to strike. They certainly won't.
I am impressed. Feel my call.
Could have done it
Good
in a
girl,
single turn, I
Charlie.
guess.
Oh, and you too, Hunter. You finish this trial, but don't worry. The other gods are waiting.
This looks like it belongs to
Oster's gift allows magical locks and gates to be opened. Open will allow you to access new areas of the abbey and its grounds, which are locked by magical means.
Sarah was right to be wary of this place. But it's your birthright, and I think after everything you've been through, you can handle it now. The two of you, as well as your mother, are the last of your kind.
The blood.
Your lineage follows an unbroken line to the old gods themselves. And if you call upon them, you might just find they're actually listening. They won't work miracles for you, but their blessings can be quite useful in the right circumstance. Why don't you ask the goddess Ashtur for her aid in dealing with that barrier over there?
Movements are a little bit janky. The running is janky. The walking is good. But I preferred a bigger field of view. Words of power are magical incantations the hunter can use on the abbey grounds. To use a word of power, hold spacebar. Open.
blessings of the gods.
The hunter has increased their arcane level, successfully using words of power, exploring the abbey grounds, and even petting Charlie will grant arcane knowledge, which can increase the hunter's arcane level. At higher arcane levels, the hunter will gain increasingly powerful rewards from the abbey grounds and the arcane chests. A common arcane chest.
After all this time, it's still just as beautiful as the first time I laid eyes on it. It's hard to believe Lilith and Caretaker brought this place all the way from Transia. Of course, it was no coincidence that they wound up so close to Salem. This area is particularly attuned to the forces of magic. That's why the Elder God's influence was so prevalent here. And why our sanctuary here has remained all but impregnable over the centuries. And now I'm rambling on like an old sorcerer supreme. Why don't you come see me in the library tomorrow night? Oh, and let's keep this just between the two of us for now. I'm afraid Sarah, Caretaker, isn't ready to see me yet. Good night, Hunter.
The death is just another step. Doesn't stop you from communicating. In this world, at least. Oh, hey, Charlie.
You are the best girl. You know that, right?
Is this thing on? Hunter, please come to the forge at your earliest convenience. Again, that's Hunter to the forge. Thank you. Strange out.
Really
I
strange.
saw so many more movies to show you, like 70s grindhouse flicks. It's super easy to hang out with you, Hunter.
Paintings can be removed from frames for a small gloss cost. Paintings from your inventory can be placed in empty frames for free. This is a rare masterwork.
That looks good.
Hunter, just in time. His royal weirdness and I were deciding what to do with that nasty little Hydra gift box you found.
Ah, yes. The spooky crate?
The very one. Though it is far from any mere container, I assure you. I am detecting powerful emanations from inside. If this is a sign of what Hydra is after, I fear we are all in grave danger.
My offer still stands. I could fly the thing up and nuke it in orbit. Only way to be sure.
Or we could open it, Tony, and perhaps use the mystical energies I sense inside to our advantage.
Yeah, I heard a we in there. Green goopy gamma serums are one thing. I'm not opening boxes full of mummy curses.
You don't have to. Hunter, if you'll allow me.
Your second funeral, boss.
Stark is working for me, that feels weird. He wouldn't listen to anybody, usually.
Welcome to Tony's Scary Demon Cave. I'm Tony, and how may I assist you today? This never gets old. You're welcome, Hunter. Big Tony's Forge of Mystery. We never close.
Always a pleasure.
You've gained a new combat ability for a hero. Open their hero screen to equip this new ability. Equip and salvage. Abilities can be equipped or swapped with the cards already in a hero's combat deck. Any unused abilities should be salvaged for essence, which is required for upgrades, items, and more.
If Hydra is now working to acquire mystical antiquities, then our situation is very dire indeed. We need to find a way to gain the upper hand.
And you think you can do it with whatever's in the container?
Tony has one of the greatest scientific minds that I've ever seen. I, of course, have an unparalleled understanding of the mystic arts. I have no doubt that we can find a way to research whatever we find in there and have it work in our favor. I just wonder what it could be.
Do you think this will be enough to give us an edge?
I hope so. Whatever it is, it's quite powerful. I'm relying on my instincts here, but truly that's all I have to rely on until I can find a way to access the Sanctum's archives again.
That seems a bit risky.
Right now, with the Sanctum out of my reach, I'm fighting with one hand tied behind my back. Metaphorically, that is. If I can find items to research, I can give the Midnight Suns every possible advantage over Lilith and her disciples.
I look forward to seeing what you come up with.
Me too, Hunter. Now, all this talk is going nowhere unless we can get this container open and study what's inside. Step up to the anvil, Hunter. It doesn't bite. How may the Sorcerer Supreme assist you?
Studying artifacts unlocks more powerful research projects at the Forge and generates significant resources for use in ability upgrades and crafting.
If only more. Let's see what's in. By the hoary hosts of Hoggoth, I can hardly believe it.
What? Is it worse than you expected?
No, it's totally unexpected. It's the Eternity Dagger. This was in a place of honor in my bedchamber in the Sanctum for years. The Sanctum Sanctorum is no common domicile to be burglared. These barbarians have no idea what they possessed.
Or perhaps they did. Maybe these artifacts are exactly what Faustus and my mother were after to begin with.
A distressing thought. If they had my dagger, then who knows what others of my priceless possessions have passed through their greedy fingers. The cube of nothingness. The tear of Profia, and most worrisome of all.
Your toothbrush? You, had a little coffee thing going on this morning with your breath?
Oh, Tony.
Sorry. Doc's right, Hunter. I drank 3 glasses of holy water just to walk through the Sanctum's front door. This is like a doomsday vault for all sorts of supernatural nastiness. We need to put a lid on this mess. Pronto.
I believe Carol is already working on it.
At last. Now that this artifact has been returned to its proper owner, we shall see if we can make use of the mystic forces contained within. These were relatively common at one point in history.
What do I do with the common artifact? Research projects take 1 day to complete but grant powerful rewards like room
Remind me again why you
upgrades.
haven't digitized this stuff already? This is going to take way longer. than
Combat
most.
items and hero outfits.
There's something to be said of the careful study that can only be achieved by examining the physical documents themselves.
Also, it's a Zen thing then. You become one with the old book and it shares its secrets with you.
Always quick to mock the things you don't understand.
Oh no, I'm honestly interested this time. Maybe I can adapt your technique into something normal people can use.
I'm going to take that as a compliment.
Supernatural fabrication. Weaving magic and science is fine in theory, but in practice, well, there isn't much practice. However, if we work together, Tony and I might be able to fabricate some pretty powerful items to help you in combat. Stephen Strange. One day, level 1. Rewards are item bench, forge schematic, craft powerful single-use combat items. Then there's this war games. Carol says we need to up our game to meet this new threat. As usual, she's right, but to do more in combat, we'll need to do more down here in the forge. A self-learning AI workstation running endless combat situations might help me make better use of this coil stuff, Tony Stark. Increase ability options and earn an additional ability when analyzing gamma coils. Wow, that's nice. Additional ability. The Way of the Fang. As a master of 13 different martial arts and counting, Blade could teach the Midnight Suns a basic technique for knocking enemies back in combat. But even the greatest teachers need the right tools. Need to complete one more mission with Blade for this. Spend moves to knock back enemies in combat. Spend moves, right? Let's take this.
Hey Hunter, got a sec to spare?
Robbie? What's up?
You moving into the forge, Hunter? You've been here more in the past few days than I have since ever. The forge is pretty badass, but the creature trapped inside riles up my own inner demon. Speaking of, there's something you should know about me.
You are bonded with a spirit of vengeance?
Damn, you're good. How could you tell?
You are not the first spirit of vengeance to join the Midnight Suns. I fought beside another, just a few days. 3 centuries ago.
3 centuries
Oh
ago.
man, sometimes when I have crap to work through, I like to get my blood pumping. Why don't we hit the yard for a sparring session? I know Sparky's excited to meet you.
Sparky?
That's what I call my spirit of vengeance. His real name is something you'd see written on a symbol, but with like 12 apostrophes. Also, he's not allowed inside after the incident with caretaker Sumerian Sofa.
I am the Scourge of the Lilin. My name is whispered in fear across the 7 hells. When I fight, I make war, not make-believe, Robbie. Be sure your Sparky is ready to do the same.
Damn, Hunter! You talk the same kind of smack that he does. Okay, let's do this. I'll get Blade to set things up. Won't take a minute.
I will head to the yard. When you and Sparky trade places, what does he look like?
He's the guy with the flaming metal skull and hellfire chains. Kinda hard to miss.
Ah. Ghost of Vengeance. The Ghost Rider.
Fascinating.
Get your burn on? I'm talking training with Ghost Rider.
Spirits of vengeance train the hardest.
Let's do this. Caretaker said I need to be a team player, so I guess I'm...
Like playing with fire.
Every day, the hunter can choose a new partner to spar with, resulting in increased friendship and unique rewards. Choose a hero to instruct in the art of demon hunting. Heroes may only spar with the hunter once every 4 days. Cost is 13 credits, reward is training XP.
Maybe you should be the spirit of vengeance.
What? It's done? Common combat bonus. All heroic cards in the starting hand cost 0 heroism. That's underwhelming.
Hunter, report to the war room. We've got a mission.
Got a minute, Hunter. Crazy world you woke up to, Hunter. Hydra running around causing trouble. Apocalypse prophecies. The Bronx.
It is indeed, Daywalker.
And that op against Faustus. The way Captain Marvel just absorbed that bomb. Unbelievable, isn't it?
That bomb was clearly meant for me. I am in her debt.
Yeah, but I don't think she sees it that way. She just saves people. Amazing. Smart, quick-witted, fearless. Hell, she even glows.
And do you find all of your allies equally impressive?
Yes. No. Wait. What are you trying to say?
What are you trying to say?
You are not used to expressing feelings of affection, are you?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
My apologies.
And if I did, this ain't my first rodeo, you know?
Of course it is not. Whatever a rodeo is.
Yeah. Well, now that that's settled, maybe I should go sharpen my stakes or something. And maybe we should keep this chat to ourselves for now.
Hey,
You called for me, Captain?
Keep telling ya, Carol works too, but yeah, I did. Now that Tony's finally starting to get a handle on his gremlin problem, I've been able to put Central to good use. Got a lead on some particularly gnarly Hydra operations happening in the city, but we need to move fast if we want to intercept them in time.
Then let's get going.
My thoughts exactly. There's just one problem, though. We seem to have lost our gatekeeper, Magic.
Lost?
Well, I updated her on the mission. She said something I can only assume to be a prolific swear word in Russian and disappeared. Literally. And with no magic...
There's no passage to New York, or anywhere for that matter.
Now you see my problem.
Do not worry, Captain. I will locate and alert her of the team's needs.
There's that can-do, get-it-done, old-timey, prophesied savior of humanity attitude I was hoping to see today. Still, you better hurry. Not sure how long Hydra will remain in their current position.
And I shall make haste.
Yes, you hasten as much as you can, Hunter.
Robbie, have you seen Magic?
No, but There were some pretty crazy energy flashes coming from the dorms a few minutes ago. Usually means she wants to be left alone. Trust me on that.
Thanks, Robbie.
Привет, Hunter.
This room belonged to the Scarlet Witch, did it not?
Wanda. It belongs to Wanda. Let me guess. You are to ask me to do the one thing the others value me for. Opening their precious portal. Well, I am in the middle of something. Come back later.
That is no ordinary book. I can sense it from here.
Nothing in this place is ever ordinary. Especially this. Wanda's first grimoire. Agatha gave it to her when she was teaching her witchcraft, the dark arts. She was trying to help Wanda control her powers. She would never let me read it. So now I read it.
I do not suppose there are any spells in there that will banish Lilith and save the world?
Hard to say. These incantations appear to have been written for Wanda alone. Maybe a world without Wanda is one we are not meant to save. I know what she's going through. To come face to face with true evil itself. To be dragged to some hell dimension so hot that your soul is scorched black. Your heart so filled with soot that it chokes out all the bright parts of you. Until you are just a dark thing of smoke and ash. I cannot let such a fate happen to her.
We will find her. I can feel it.
And just who will find her? Caretaker? The Avengers? Do not try to fool me with your false empathy, Hunter. I know Caretaker will never waste the resources looking for her.
Ileana, just open the portal.
You are like an Avenger. All you do is take. You expect too much. Okay, I will open your damn portal. It is times such as this that I wish someone else here could drill holes through space and time. Perhaps Doctor Strange should spend less time tinkering with Tony Stark in the Forge and focus more on his magic. No matter. I will be there when you are ready, Hunter. Goodbye.
Magic is available for combat now. Where the hell is my room? I think this is it. Yeah. All the rooms are labeled.
Well met.
Oh, there's a empty poster here. Let's put something.
Very nice.
I take it you found our gatekeeper. Then let me explain what's going on. When Hydra isn't preoccupied with world-ending scenarios, they spend a lot of their free time terrorizing the citizens of New York through various low-level operations. It's fairly routine stuff for heroes these days, and worst case, we'll still get some fresh intel in the process. Why don't you check the mirror table and see what we've got on our plate?
Let's see what we have. Stop Hydra helicopter. An intel cache. Ghost Rider earned a combat bonus from sparring with the Hunter. Add him to the squad to earn a powerful boost at the start of the next mission. Choose 3 heroes. Man, the Ghost Hunter doesn't look as good. If he had his
I did the
whole
math.
skull burning,
Would
that would
actually be
have been
faster
better.
for me to fly.
So what is stopping you?
The shockwave would shatter most of the glass in my approach path.
Ah, that is not good.
Yeah, I try to be considerate. Step through portal.
We're sending you straight to the coordinates Captain Marvel identified in New York. Dr. Banner has confirmed that the gamma signatures in the area match those of Faustus's weapon. We need to recover whatever intel we can if we're going to find out exactly what's going on down there.
Disable the Hydra helicopter before it can depart. Target the helicopter with attacks to disable it before time runs out. Bonus mission cards. Certain enemies will grant powerful cards when KO'd. Highlight an enemy with a cursor to see which card they will grant.
Looks like Captain Marvel was right on the...
Heroes. A single world-ending calamity is never enough to satiate your appetite for destruction. You insist on meddling further, forcing our hand yet again.
Oh, that's just lovely. Faustus has a radio. I'm assuming whatever Hydra is attempting to flee with on that chopper is our target. I suggest we stop it and see for ourselves.
Not a problem. Now they're really in trouble.
that one! They're trying to flank!
$51 damage.
Only the innocent are spared.
When an enemy is knocked back into a drop, they have a chance to be instantly KO'd. The instant KO chances goes up as the enemy's health is reduced. Heroes and supervillains cannot be knocked into drops. A drop. Nice.
Weak, even for Hydra.
Turns remaining 4. Okay.
Watch and learn.
Hydra Immortalis! As ordered.
Resistance will get you nowhere.
That was your one chance.
On Delta responding.
You don't even know what it is you're pursuing. The Gamma Disruptor you so narrowly escaped with in our last encounter was only the beginning.
Show yourself to me, Faustus, and I will open more than your eyes.
Such ferocious spirit. You truly are your mother's child, Hunter.
When Ghost Rider KOs a number of enemies and fills the souls meter, he will draw a copy of Drained Souls. Increase friendship with Ghost Rider to improve this passive.
Hydra Immortalis!
I've been waiting.
More souls come for judgment.
Hydra! The last thing we need is for that pompous buffoon to win today. Stop that chopper, please.
With pleasure.
You have been judged.
Getting chewed up here.
Not bad.
You are lucky to still be breathing. You were too weak for this fight.
Vengeance has come.
With those powers, I would have guessed you were aligned with Lilith.
Well done. Seems like that's the last of them.
Last. There are more heads to the Hydra than you will ever comprehend, heroes. This is a minor setback at most.
Well, at least we don't have to listen to you any longer today. I consider that alone a victory. Well done. If Hydra wasn't paying attention before, they are now. Stay sharp.
Count on it.
Nice. Mission rewards are tied to hero level, so as the hunter gains levels in combat, the rewards offered on future missions will improve. Don't worry about leveling every hero. As the hunter's level increases, any weaker heroes will automatically level up so they don't fall far behind.
Feeling a chill, Magic?
You could say that. I've been staring at the night sky trying to figure it out.
Figure what out?
You're observant, Hunter. You tell me.
You were trying to figure out how to bring Wanda back.
Close, Hunter. But no. Something much more sinister has grabbed my attention.
Sinister?
When I was holding the transdimensional door for you back there, I sensed something was at the docks with you. Something dark and familiar.
What did you see, Ileana?
I did not see, I said. I sensed something there. But that's not the only thing I sensed today.
Oh?
Something has shifted in Limbo, but I cannot quite put my finger on it. All I know is that whatever is happening is also strangely familiar to me. And when all you knew was darkness and despair growing up, that warm, fuzzy feeling of familiarity is not just a warning sign, but an alarm bell.
Do you think Limbo is still safe to travel in?
Safe? Hunter, you are the sweetest, most naive demon I have ever met.
Demon.
Limbo has never been safe. It's just no one there would dare assault one of my portals.
Wow.
My presence protects you. All of you. I'd like to be left to my thoughts now, Hunter. I still have a lot of thinking to do. While I try to make sense of what I felt at the docks and the energetic shifts that ripple through Limbo, I will let you know if I do.
Oh, I'm inside my room all of a sudden.
That is something.
Hangouts. A few heroes are available to hang out with the hunter in the common room. Engage in a hangout to grow the hunter's friendship with the hero of your choice. Of my choice, you say.
Hunter.
Hey, for someone they just dug up, you look pretty fresh.
New York always comes together during a crisis, and seeing us fight for them hastens it.
I wanna hang out with Dr. Stephen Strange. But before that,
Salutations.
where is the library? There it is, to the north. Entrance is from the war room.
Hey.
There's no compass here. The war room doesn't have an entrance from the inside. Or maybe it does.
I'm glad to see you're getting comfortable with the words of power, Hunter. If you're going to continue our little investigation of the Abbey, they'll be vital to your success.
Investigation?
A side project, but a potentially transformative one. With my blessing, Wanda was working to uncover what may be the most powerful.
Just what in the hell do you think you're doing in here?
Standing in the library?
I've given you free rein so you could get back on your feet, but I never thought you'd pull something like this.
What is it you think I am doing, exactly?
Don't be coy. It does not suit you.
What?
I told you how hard it's been since we lost Agatha. Instead of letting it rest, you decide to reopen the wound?
Oh, Sarah. I never thought of this place like that.
Of course you didn't. And now, it's done. Why should I ever stand in your way?
That anger wasn't meant for you, dear. You know that, right? Don't hold it against Sarah.
She may try to mask her feelings, but you know she is struggling with what happened. Why are you hiding from her?
For most people, the captivating relationships of their lives are formed over a matter of days and years. Sarah and I spent centuries together exploring this world, fighting the darkness, watching cities and even nations form and then crumble. And yet we persevered together.
You still have not answered my question.
It may be difficult to understand, but she needs this time. Sending Wanda away, sealing the library, that elaborate memorial she conjured up. She didn't waste any time trying to bury what happened.
You are right. I do not understand.
It isn't up to me to reveal myself. It's up to her to accept what happened and allow herself to grieve. When that happens, we'll see each other again, but not before.
I trust you will do what is right for Sarah. So, what is it you are looking at here?
Yes, we should get back to the real reason I asked you to meet me here. Wanda's journal. The Abbey grounds have a great deal of history. Many of its secrets remain hidden, even after all this time.
Even to you?
Even to me. Wanda had taken to exploring the grounds in search of a strange energy we both sensed. Knowing that Sarah had no intention of waking you to investigate, Wanda felt it was up to her to take your place. Of course, being the clever girl that she is, her notes are written in an ancient, transient cipher that I've only just begun to understand. Have a look at the first entry.
Oh, it's an epic arcane chest. Note from caretaker. December 10th, 1992. This is really recent. Agatha insists on keeping the painting of Endra, but I cannot abide it. Alone at her cauldron is not the Andy I knew. After she lost her sisters to that damned madman Shaw, she was never the same. Anger where once there was laughter. I should burn that church of his to the ground. I should salt the earth where it stands. I should have done it 200 years ago. Agatha forbids it though, and in this I will abide. She says she has her own plans for it. Why do these old memories come back to me now? Endra and her sisters, Hiram Shaw, my hunter. The weight of these years, all of these sorrows, they are a stone.
Interesting.
Endra. Caretaker's Journals from 1710. My appreciation and adoration for Agatha has left me vulnerable to feelings I have not known for centuries. I want her by my side. I have not known for centuries. I want her by my side, and I wish for her to join me for what we will be facing in the coming years. Though I admit that it may be selfish of me to share these risks, I find myself in the very position I once criticized and judged Lilith for, and it brings me shame. As blood descendants, we were not meant to bring children into this world or love another as she did, as I love Agatha. Was I wrong to judge Lilith so harshly? Or am I wrong now? It is hard to face. I have found myself wanting to be with Agatha just as Lilith felt with Gregor and their child. To have a family, to love and be loved by another. Mercy's dream. Saint Anthony tormented by demons. That's a nice painting. This one I saw before. Still life with a skull and a writing quill. A forest at dawn with a deer hunt. The Hidden Veil of Gods and Man, Volume 1. Excerpt from page 472. Excerpt. Gaia is the protectorate of our world and the single power that holds the darkness at bay. Her mere presence is vital to restoring balance within the elder gods and revitalizing the earth itself. Followers of Gaia seek to channel her restorative powers and aid her against Cthon and its minions. It's not Cthulhu, it's Cthon. The hidden veil of gods and man.
Fascinating.
What? I can't remove this? What's this? Fleeing the village from 1692. Made it out of the village, and the missus slipped a note under the neighbor's door on the way out. God save them all. This whole place will burn by the time Shaw is through. Me and the boy found us a cave deep in the forest that we can hide out in until we slip out in the wee hours of the morning. Anyone wishing to save themselves better see us in the old grove by nightfall. If they don't make it, they are as good as dead. Something happened. Shaw did something. Really did something. The Ancestor. Chester Harding. 1827. The Blood Dynasty has stood watch for eons. With each generation, our blades have run red with the blood of the fallen as we seek to bring about order. Only the 9 lords of the Ether Dark stand to challenge the will of the Blood family, and they will never relent. The 9 lords of the Ether Dark stand to challenge the will of the Blood family, the 3 of them. Why are they trying to kill them? The Blood Order. The Prophecy of the Midnight Sun, annotated by Dr. Stephen Strange, Sorcerer Supreme. The writings commonly referred to as the Prophecy of the Midnight Sun are not a singular collection of verse. Rather, they are comprised of various fragments and notations scattered throughout the Book of Vishanti, presumably to discourage unbroken study of text directly translated from the Darkhold. Various fragments and notations from the Book of Vishanti to discourage unbroken study of text. The following excerpt is referred to as Fall of the Mother. Upon his throne, neath shadowed peak, from barren clay shall flood his glory, to scourge the spray of foetid Kruar, spilled across the loam and endless swell. Night's final roam for moon and stone. Upon his throne neath shadowed peak, from barren clay shall flood his glory, his glory. To scourge the spray of fate-foetid Kruor, spilled across the loam and endless swell, night's final roam for moon and stone. Veiled countenance wan, his envoy hunts for dwindling clot their closed hands grasp. When mother wrought lacunal get on sodden field, the mirror stilled, their fates unsealed, the midnight sun. Yes, at times, the turgid verse is a distraction. Astute readers may have already surmised this presentation is but half of the actual prophecy. Those who haven't should not delve into such dangerous information in the first place. As of this writing, the fall of the mother is commonly accepted to represent the events leading up to the corruption of Lilith, one of the last known members of the Blood, the birth of her child, known as the Hunter, and the mutual destruction of both at the dawn of the 18th century. The remainder of the prophecy is broken up into myriad phrases secreted in the marginalis of the book. I suspect these excerpts are themselves excerpts from the Parchment of Power. Though not the prophecy in its unabridged entirety, these key phrases, chosen by Vishanti, allow one to know the shape of the prophecy without reading the parchment directly. The following collection of compiled marginalis is referred to as the Rise of the Midnight Sun. From brackish depths surged monstrous Wilhark. The mother calls her children from slumber. As darkness and light dance across the minds of men, his will is close at hand. When the sun rises, the tower will fall. All shall answer the mother's call. And his children basked in his light as the temple of the false gods fell. His word could not be contained. The sleeping titan stirred with grasp unbroken. His herald crowned. The mirror cracked. His return. His return. It's like there's someone else inside of the hunter. Agatha's altar. Excerpt from Wanda's journal. I have to restore what I have taken from the altar. The damage I have done can only be reversed when all the elemental rods have been returned.
I'm sure it still seems a bit cryptic, but Wanda was definitely onto something. If you remember my altar, that's where she was conducting her experiments.
An investigation that involves experiments. Why do I feel like you are going to get me into trouble?
Since when has that ever stopped you? Let's meet out at the altar. I'll try to do a better job of explaining from there. Charlie will show you the way if you've forgotten.
Find Agatha's altar. Agatha. Where is Charlie? Charlie. Is this bugged? Oh, there she is.
Goddess of Order approves.
Ooh, Agatha. This is a rare, I think. It's a common chest. Oh, a wolf's bane. Glowing vessel. Glowing apothecary vessel. Victims of the witch trials. Vessel created by witches to honor the innocent. Wheel of Fortune. Domino knows the way in which the wheel will turn and shows the answer in the playing card she displays. This card represents luck and good fortune, along with opportunity in the future. There's much to explore.
Like most things on the grounds here, there's more to this place than meets the eye. Do you remember the words I taught you as a child?
Are you going to make me say it?
Humor an old, dead woman.
Hocus pocus.
Oh.
You haven't lost your touch, dear. The words may be simple, but these plinths won't appear for just anyone. Each represents one of the basic elements, their power activated only by the elemental rods they would normally be holding.
And where are the elemental rods now?
Scattered to the wind, unfortunately. A side effect of Wanda's experiments here.
Let me guess.
That's right. I want you to find the missing rods and return them here. Hopefully, as I decipher Wanda's journal, her notes will aid in the search.
But you have not actually told me what the greater purpose is here. What are we doing this for?
All in good time, dear. After what happened with Wanda, I'd rather you take things slowly. In fact, I don't want you overthinking this little project. There's no rush, and you don't have to help if you don't feel like it. But there is one more thing before I head back to the library.
Oh.
An arcane key?
Just a little something. A token for your efforts so far. The key can be used to open that chest nearby. Like so many other oddities around here, those chests tend to appear before those who deserve them most. Make yourself that person.
That seems intentionally vague.
It's more fun that way, isn't it? I'll be in the library working on the translations if you need me, dear. Good luck.
Arcane keys can open the arcane chests scattered around the Abbey and its grounds. This looks like water.
The old magic still holds.
This looks like fire.
What was Wanda up to here?
Oh no, I'm not opening that chest. Abbey grounds. exploring the Abbey grounds from this point on is optional. It can be done at any time without regard to the main story. When you are ready, return to your quarters and go to sleep each night to start the next day. Cool. Moonlight of Mount Lafayette, New Hampshire. Chicken mushroom. Hunter's Journal from 1710. My favorite days are those with Agatha. She even talks more than Sarah sometimes, but it doesn't feel like a drawling lecture. She's always smiling and her face lights up when she tells me about all of the plants, trees, and mushrooms that we come across. I never thought I would find myself excited to share the healing properties of moonflowers or dryads' saddles. Agatha tells me that one day knowing these things will come in handy, but for now, it's just fun to learn them. Wanda's journal from 2020. I've said I'm sorry so many times today, I might as well say it here too. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened out there. Agatha and I train at her altar all the time, but something was was different. Somehow, this time I lost control. Agatha could have been hurt, and it would have been my fault. Damn, I need to figure this stuff out. Caretaker isn't looking at me the same. Agatha makes it look so easy, and I just make everything harder. We'll find a way to draw the elemental energy back to the altar. And we'll try again. We always do. P.S. Somehow I broke the cauldron too. I wasn't even in the library today. That's weird. What is this? New Haven discovered, the Shady Forest. Havens. There are numerous haven locations on the Abbey grounds. Once discovered, a haven can be used for a special daytime hangout with a hero, where the friendship rewards are increased. Each haven can be used only once. Each hero can only attend a single haven over the course of the game. Daytime hangout. A witch hazel. That's a new kind of reagent. Another tarot card. Death. Death stands before the black vortex, surrounded by the prized infinity stones, tempting us with possibility. This card represents transformation and entering a new phase of one's life. This is another kind of glyph.
Must not be her purview. She believes in our purpose. This looks like a fairy ring. The goddess must be busy.
Sealed apothecary vessel. The remains which then are still thoroughly protected. The Hermit. A tarot card. Namer wields his trident with power but remains tranquil in his strength below water. This card represents solitude and finding the answers sought from within one's own self. What is this? The air rod.
An elemental rod. I should take this back to the altar.
This quartz stone is so light it almost floats. Fluffy white engraved folds conceals a core of roiling thunderclouds, which emit small bursts of light from time to time.
One more to go. There's the haven right there. The Babbling Valley.
This is which sign?
A glyph scrawled in bone chalk, its meaning known only to the witch who wrote it. The deserted void. Evening in the woods. I see a tarot card. The sun. Johnny Storm leaps into the sky and blazes bright, showcasing his exceptional power with extreme control. This card represents an abundance of energy as well as optimism and joy. What is this? Oh, this is that cave. This is the gate I saw before.
Noble Oshter guides my hand.
Dreamer's Descent. There's another door that can be cracked open. Unknown grave.
I was always drawn to this place as a child, but somehow I had almost forgotten about it. Ah, I see.
For his father, I guess. Wanda's journal from 2020. They stopped tending to this grave some time ago. I guess I'm the only one that comes out here these days, so I get it. It's so sad though. It was hundreds of years ago, but I can feel so much sorrow in this place. But a loss like that, a husband and a father, that doesn't just go away. Maybe that's why everything happened the way it did. How did it happen?
What is this?
Vicar construct. Symbolic totems crudely constructed to honor the elder gods. Hunter's journal from 1712. Lilith is no longer the light that she once was. All that remains is darkness. Darkness that wears the face of the woman I once called my mother. I am prepared to lay down my life, for many will perish if I do not act. Only one of us shall walk away from the storm that awaits. It will be me. I can feel it. There are only moments left. Foraging Quarterly Recipe Book. Full of tips and tricks, the quarterly is a must-have for any foraging enthusiast. Delivery fees apply. Unlocked recipes for strength tonic and common gift. Oh god, this is such a maze. Where did I come from? Came from here, I think.
Intriguing. Curious. Curious.
Oh. Rare chest. Caretaker never did like the idea of being idealized in doll form.
Caretaker hardly spoke of him, but I like to imagine my father was a great hero whose spirit protected these woods.
There's another door.
Perhaps a witch from the Salem Coven made this.
Journal of Hiram Shaw, 1680.